Well, I mean, I think you're right. The turnovers what I think were big for us. To create some offense for us to get those turnovers, and I think that was the difference in the game. Coastal Carolina still out rebounded us, and we were able to kind of, because of the turnovers, win that game. And then you look at Texas State, we were even almost on everything, statistically almost on everything except maybe threes. They shot the three a little bit better than us, but. I think the big thing that was the difference was the turnovers, creating turnovers, and I think we had 24 points from turnovers, and that's going to be big for us, to continue to try to do that. It was kind of good to have everybody back. We wasn't at full strength, with D-Rice being out, but I thought them coming back and playing and kind of getting back in the flow of the game, I thought we did a pretty good job.
The free throw line, the free throws have just been huge for y'all lately. Like, talk about. Is it something that's changed about your offense and the way that they're maybe letting you shoot? Like, why so many free throws?
Well, I think being aggressive, yeah. We're starting not to just settle for the three. If you notice, a lot of times at the beginning of the game, we'll shoot like 4 threes, on the first pass and all that. And we really worked on trying to be a little bit more patient and attack the goal. To me, when you attack with slashers and trying to, those kind of players, you're going to get fouls. If you notice, most three-point shooting teams, they don't really get to the line a lot. And that's our thing is I think we have to be aggressive. We like to be a jump shooting team. So when you do that, you have an opportunity coming off the wing to get, a hand check or fouled along the way, And making free throws, it's a lot of it depends who's shooting them. If you look at Tamara shooting them and Brandy shooting them and even Jalen. I was surprised Jalen missed some at the beginning of the Texas State game. It's usually right on it, man. And they shooting. I think we ended up shooting 80% from the free throw line against Texas State. So, yeah, I think being more aggressive and trying to get in the lane. We really work on trying to get into the paint.
So, what is the update on this?
Destiny looked pretty good. We could have probably played. I thought she was playing Saturday, and then right before the game, they decided not to play her. Just a meniscus tear, but it's not as bad as they thought it was. So they're debating on, whether they're gonna, put a brace on her, and that's a special brace that they have to order, or she's just gonna play without it. So it's not as bad, I don't think, as they thought it was. Yanai is still out. I don't know if she'll be available this week at all. It's kind of day by day.
Is that injury or illness?
Concussion.
Protocol. What is the matchup look like?
Matchup for Southern Miss is going to be. I like it. I mean, they're the same. They got Dominique Davis that's really, really good. And people around her. Everything goes through her. So for us, we got to slow her down. I thought last year, both times we played them, we slowed her down pretty good. So I think that's going to be the main thing, getting to our man-to-man and then, just kind of putting a lot of pressure on them and see if we can kind of slow them down. Because I think that's what they rely on. They want to try to get up and down the floor and score.
So what did the 2-0 week do for y'all mentally, or does this team kind of change?
I don't think it changed. I think they know that they're looking at continue to get better. Can we get better? They were excited the fact that we put some numbers together on trying to slow teams down, and we met those numbers. And we were trying to keep everybody in the lower 50s, and we were able to do that this week. And I think that's the pride issue that they have. I think if we're going to continue to be a defensive team, we got to show that. And I think we challenged, as a coaching staff, we challenged them this week. So, man, we can't just talk that we're good. You got to show it. And I thought they did a pretty good job, of doing that. So, I think it just carries over into our offense too. Especially, if you look at the turnovers that we were creating, and then we're not turning it over as much. We call live ball turnovers. We're not turning those. If we have a turnover, it might be a walk or something like that. If you can stay away from those live ball turnovers. So I think they're excited about, being, and, it's like really, if we get on the road and we can win these two, I know you like a split, but we need to win these next two. Get on the road, you win these next two, you can put ourselves in a pretty good position to move up. I think we're tied for 7th right now. So, I think we could move up to the 4th spot eventually if we continue to kind of win. And, it's going to be, the Marshall game is going to be a tough one. watching them play and stuff, and the way they play, they're just exactly like Troy, but they make threes. So it'll be a little bit tougher.
Coach, obviously Southern Miss is first, but what can you take away from that ULM game just a week or so ago that you can apply to Saturday's game?
I think, not having everybody hurt us, but also I think it brought some attention to, hey, they got some good guards that can score. And so now we got to get up and we got to pressure them. We might have to double some things. We're going to have to make some changes to make them more uncomfortable because they looked really, really comfortable, especially toward the end of the game, So, and I mean, that's just something, our defensive coordinator wasn't there, so we just simplified it. To be honest with you, we just went out and we really simplified what we were going to do defensively. And I think that's what it's going to take, We're going to have to, like Kevin said, we're going to have to be aggressive on the offensive side to get fouled. And then on the defensive side, we got to put some pressure on them to kind of make them feel uncomfortable.